Dudes and Dudettes in Film History with Matthew Price.
Some important dudes make our list because their vision demands it. They change the very course of movie history with the power of their style. But today's very important dude ranks with the best because he came out and hit the zeitgeist in its big, fat face. Today we're looking at the career of heavy hitter of all heavy hitters, Sylvester Gardenzio Stallone. Sylvester Stallone started in obscurity, doing pretty much anything he could to get by, including some softcore pornography. Not too happy being the stud in Party at Kitty and Studs, he took some inspiration from a late-night boxing match, went on a 3-day writing binge, and came up with the script for Rocky. Rocky is a great, great script. It's a giant ball of 30 schmaltz wrapped in a kind of a 70s filmmaking wrapper. Stallone held out against huge amounts of money, insisting that he play the lead. The thing was produced for next to nothing as a result because nobody thought that he could carry the movie. And in fact, several times through the shooting of Rocky, things went wrong and Stallone would just write those things into the script as if they were planned all along. Rocky's robe comes back, it's way too big and it doesn't fit him properly, so he just wrote it into the script and made a joke about it. His trunks on the poster outside the big fight are reversed, they're the wrong color. So again, he just says, oh, Mickey, they couldn't even get the trunks the right color. He constantly worked his way out of these problems, and as a result, Rocky is one of the most profitable movies ever made. It also cut against the grain of urban realism that had essentially been established through 1970s cinema. It's no coincidence that Rocky beat Taxi Driver at the Oscars for Best Picture. Modern audiences hadn't been used to seeing escapism in the pure way that Rocky was able to give it to them. Sure, there had been other hit movies like Jaws and The Exorcist that were giant hits, but they didn't exactly have happy endings, and they weren't catering to the audience's whims and fantasies. But it wasn't a magic trick. It wasn't the cup and balls. It was a lightning strike. The problem was that Stallone, the writer, wasn't prolific enough to keep putting together films that Stallone, the actor, could star in. And Hollywood didn't really know what to do with him. He got offered a lot of straight acting jobs in movies like Fist, where he's a courageous union organizer, and Victory, where he's a courageous soccer player. And even in Rocky II, where essentially he completely destroys the original message of Rocky and says that actually losing is not good and there is no dignity in it. But then came Rocky III and First Blood, and in those two films is contained all of Stallone's career in one way or another. Rocky III is arguably the most important blockbuster hit film in the last 40 years. It absolutely sets the template for the kind of brain-dead, easily translatable movie that goes the world over and has created in Hollywood the most profitable entertainment business in the world. Besides, it has Mr. T in it. First Blood, although not a big hit initially, hit the zeitgeist in another way. I mean, look, what is America if not a giant holding tank for a bunch of malcontents with guns? And what is John Rambo if not the poster boy for those malcontents? By the time he got his meat hooks into James Cameron's First Blood Part 2 script, Stallone was flying high. But he flew too close to the sun. I mean, way too close. Look, come with me, we'll take a survey of a vast wasteland of terrible movies and horrible decisions. Ready? Rocky IV, Lock Up, Tango and Cash, Rocky V, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, Cliffhanger, Demolition Man, The Specialist, Judge Dredd, Assassins, and Daylight. Everybody makes mistakes. But Stallone's career from 1985 to 2000 is more like scorched earth wearing fingerless leather gloves. Stallone kind of took his foot off the pedal after that and receded back to playing smaller roles or starring in smaller films with mixed success. But in the last few years, his connection to the common man has really re-emerged, and both of his main signature characters, John Rambo and Rocky Balboa, have been given proper film send-offs. His ongoing series, The Expendables, may not be the greatest movies ever made, but they really are powerful pieces of nostalgia, and they play to a certain sensibility, and also they feature a rogues gallery of 80s actors that all pretty much owe a lot of their success to the template that Rocky III set down in the first place. Just like Rocky and Rambo, The Expendables is a fantastic idea executed at just the right time in movie history, and it makes plain Stallone's true talent. That the right dumb thing at the right dumb time can make as big a splash in movie history as anybody with brilliance shooting out of the top of their heads. Thanks for watching Very Important Dudes and Dudettes in Film History for The Substream, and until next time, I'm Matthew Price.